All right, next question, number 28. The average of a list of numbers is 90. Now, normally, this would be a vague statement because remember we talked about this average? There's no such thing as average by itself. Average is a category of several different averages. On the ACT, they test three different ones. Mean, that's the arithmetic mean, median, and mode. So which one do they mean? Well, they cover themselves because in the directions at the beginning, it actually says when we use the word average by itself, we mean the mean. We mean the arithmetic mean. So the ACT did cover itself on this. So it says there are four numbers that average 90. Okay, well, what do you do? Well, the first thought is they could all be 90. And if they're all 90, what would their total be? 90 times 4. That's your first thought when it comes to average, mean questions. If they give you the average and the number of items, you multiply to get the total. It'll always be the total. How come? Well, another example. Suppose you had two people get on an elevator and their average weight is 150 pounds. What's their total weight? Will it be 2 times 150, 300? How come? Well, if you took two numbers that average 150, right? The two people, you add up their weights, divide by 2 to get 150. That's how an average works. If you multiply both sides by the number of items, 2, then you would have the total. The total of the two weights equals 300. It'll always work out that way. It's got to. So if the average is 90 and there's 4 of them, 90 times 4 is 360, that's my total. That is going to be the key to mean questions. Find that total. And it says a new list of 4 numbers has the same first 3 numbers, but the 4th number of the original list is 80, and the 4th number in the new list is 96. What is the average of this new list of numbers? Well, first of all, have you noticed how confusing the wording is? So typical of the ACT. They'll have a word problem on the math, and remember, it's just arithmetic or elementary geometry. It's not algebra word problems. When students see a word problem, they panic. They think it's one of those, train A leaves at 10 o'clock in the morning going 80 miles an hour, train B leaves at, those really hard, real algebra questions, not on the ACT. It's just going to be simple arithmetic or geometry, but the wording is unnecessarily confusing, and that's totally deliberate. They're trying to throw you off. But basically all they're saying is, you had 4 numbers that add up to 360. You're going to take one of them out, which is, they said 80, I think. We're taking 80 out, but then we're going to add back in 96. Okay. So my question to you is, you could just subtract 80 and add 96 if you want to, but if I'm taking out 80 and adding back in 96, aren't I basically just adding 16 back in as a net? Yeah. Take out 80, add in 96, so my difference would essentially be to add 16. So my new set of numbers, my new total is 376. And now the question is, what is the average of this? What is the mean of these 4 numbers that add up to 376? So it'd be 376 divided by 4. 9 times 4 is 36, 1 left over. 4 times 4 is 16, and that's the answer. Okay, 94.0, which was H. Okay, number 29.